Fort Hood. I know the investigation is early,
Right.
But ABC News has learned that, according to government officials, Major Hassan, through the internet, had contacted some Al-Qaeda affiliated groups. Intelligence services knew about this, passed it on to military intelligence. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but there doesn't seem to have been any action taken by the military. Without getting into specifics, are you concerned, based on what you know about the case at Fort Hood, that the government was not talking to itself the way that after 9/11 we tried to ensure it would?
Here are the two things I can say right now. Number one, we are all heartbroken by what happened at Fort Hood. And I'll be heading out there tomorrow so that I can personally express the incredible heartbreak that we all feel for the loss of these young men and women. The second thing I can absolutely commit to is that we are going to complete this investigation, and we are going to take whatever steps are necessary to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. Beyond that, I think it's important for me to let the investigation play itself out so that we know exactly what happened, when it happened, how it happened, before I, as President of the United States, comment on it.
Philosophically, what separates an act of violence from an act of terrorism?
Well, look, we have seen in the past rampages of this sort. And in a country of 300 million people, there are going to be acts of violence that are inexplicable. Even within the extraordinary military that we have. And I think everybody understands how outstanding the young men and women in uniform are under the most severe stress. There are going to be instances in which an individual cracks. I think the questions that we're asking now, and we don't have yet complete answers to, is this an individual who's acting in this way, or is it some larger set of actors? What are the motivations? Those are all questions that I think we have to ask ourselves. Until we have these answers buttoned down, I'd rather not comment on them.
You're about to make a final decision